Welcome back to Boerne Radio Home and Ranch Show. I'm James Duerr, your Texas realtor selling luxury homes and Texas ranches all over Texas, all over the Hill Country, and especially here in Boerne, Texas.
The Boerne Radio Home and Ranch Show is sponsored by Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. Whether buying a home or selling one, our network agents are good to know. The Bevy Hotel. Make yourself at home. Platinum Wealth Solutions, effective strategies for your ideal tomorrow. Pilgrim Mortgage, helping you find the perfect home. And by Brand Builders Digital Media Agency, social media marketing to grow your business.
And today we have an amazing interview with Triple H Equitherapy. And out of Pipe Creek, which is right down the street from here. And we're going to get right into that. And then also we're going to talk about the mission of Equitherapy, Triple H Equitherapy. And we have here today Ginger Eways, your executive director.
Right.
And also we have another special guest here, board of directors, Jay Pennington.
Yes, sir.
So let's just get right into it. Tell us all about Triple H Equitherapy. What is your mission?
Triple H Equitherapy exists to improve the health and quality of life of any person with special needs, whether it be physical challenges or mental challenges.
And how do y'all, what's the main theme? What do you use in this therapy?
Well, what's exciting about it is we use horses, and our horses are absolutely amazing. They're specially trained. We have 20 of them, and they are actually the therapists that are key members of the team, which includes certified instructors, a psychologist, and volunteers, J volunteers sometimes, but the horse is the key. Yeah. That's what motivates. The horse is the catalyst for people to work on their health goals, and it's just amazing.
And our listening public here in Boerne and the Hill Country are going to hear all about the amazing stories that you're going to tell us about how you've helped people. And not only do you help military veterans, you help kids at risk, you help all types of handicapped individuals. Just amazing stories. So, but before we get into those stories, let's talk about your big event you're having, the Horses and Horsepower Open Car Show.
Awesome. We are so excited. We have an event coming up on March 20th. It's sponsored by the Alamo Area Corvette Club and Freedom Chevrolet, and the event is Horses and Horsepower Open Car Show. This is the first time we've ever done this, and we're combining a regular car show, and I've never been to one. So, but we're going to have like 100 or 200 cars out at the ranch that are classic cars, a lot of Corvettes and special race cars that people are really going to be excited to see. And we're combining that with a family fun day.
Right.
So folks can come out.
And that's free.
Yes, it's free to the public. They can come out, see the cars, and then they can come see the horses.
So it's going to be March 20th, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. The public is encouraged to come because it is a fundraiser for Triple H Equitherapy and then all the good works y'all do.
Yes, and we're going to have, in addition to the car show, and people can meet the horses, we're going to have games for children. We're going to have some entertainment, which includes Kevin Fitzpatrick, who is a trick roper.
Okay. That
is amazing. And we're going to have food trucks, but lots of games for the kids.
And I came out to the Triple H Equitherapy yesterday and met with Nadine, and she gave me a tour of the facility. It's really easy to get to from Boerne. You just go down 46, and then you pass Highway 16. You keep on going. You can't miss it.
Yep. It's very
well. You go to Bump Gate Road, and you have to kind of take a right. So, yeah. And then speaking of entertainment, we have Jay Pennington, direct from Hawaii today.
Yes, I'll be singing today. Thank you very much. I'll be here all week.
And you're a board member.
Yes, I'm a board member. I start off as a volunteer, and then I still volunteer occasionally, but also a board member. And it's just an amazing place. once you're out there for a while, you see all these miracles that happen with the children, with muscular development, with veterans coming out that they reduce their PTSD symptoms, and they also are better at home, kind of thing. All kinds of miracles out there. And the horses are, as Ginger mentioned, are specifically trained for therapy. My wife had an example. One time she was walking a child on the horse, and the horse just stopped, it seemed for no reason, and then she realized that the saddle was off.
Oh.
And the horse knew that, and the horse stopped, and she got everything balanced, and then all of a sudden the horse started up again.
Wow.
So these are very special horses. So this is therapy for special needs children, for at-risk, for veterans, for seniors, and the use of horses. And these are just amazing horses. And we have Flash, who's our smallest horse, and then we have Rusty and Hannah, who are Clydesdales
Right.
and Shire horses. And so we have a 3 or 4 year old on a Clydesdale, because they're very gentle animals and just amazing tools.
Yeah, and this passion's been going on. I got to visit with Kathy Harbaugh yesterday, and she has this mission. She's been doing this for over 20 years here in the Hill Country,
Right.
and first facility of this kind. And this is a therapy that's very well recognized, and really, I mean, you go to their website, and it's just amazing. Outgiving mission to the public, and we really appreciate what y'all do, but we need funding to keep this going. And what a wonderful opportunity to go out there, to bring your family, bring all the horses. If you're a car enthusiast, see all the cars, have the food trucks. I mean, and it's a beautiful, beautiful place. I love that land out there.
Isn't it gorgeous?
Yeah.
It's like horsey heaven.
Yeah, that's right.
One of the way we will make money, because it is free to the public, we're going to have a silent auction and a 50-50 raffle. And we've got some really nice silent auction items. So folks can help by getting some really interesting items for probably a pretty good price and a chance to win some money.
And you still have opportunities for people to bring additional cars to register their cars?
That's right.
Yes. If you want to register in advance, go to the Alamo area website, and that is www.alamoareacorvetteclub.com. And they have registration on there. If you register online in advance, it's $30. At the gate, it's $35.
Oh, even the day of the event, you can bring your car and
Yes.
register. Oh, that is awesome. That is awesome.
And these cars will be judged, and there are prizes. So it is a normal car show. So if you love car shows, come on out to that. If you want to bring your favorite automobile and want people to goo and gog over it and possibly win prizes, then bring that in.
Wow.
And probably be easier to register online before.
So if I
Saturday
bring
next
my four-wheel drive
week.
white
If you love it, yeah.
Ford truck,
If you're proud of it, yeah.
We know we're from early registration, we know we're going to have about 100 people at least. We might even have 200 people. So imagine all of those Corvettes. It's pretty exciting. Whether you like are a car enthusiast or not, it's going to be really interesting and fun.
okay.
And Mustangs as well. The Mustang Club is participating
Oh,
as well.
great. The Mustang Club, too. Oh, boy.
So we're going to have, and right after the break, would y'all build to stay over for another segment?
Sure.
Absolutely.
we'd be happy
Okay,
to.
so we're gonna go over some amazing stories that heart tugging. I meant to bring my Kleenexes. I actually have them in the car. I forgot them, so don't make me cry on air. But we want to hear some stories about what Triple H Equitherapy has done for our community, for our veterans, for our kids at risk, for our citizens with disabilities. So we'll get right into that after the break. And this is James Duerr, your host with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Hill Country Properties. And this is the Boerne Radio Home and Ranch Show.
Here at Brand Builders, we are full of marketing ideas. So for you Boerne business owners, here's a good do-it-yourself tip. The first step to online marketing is with the mothership, Google. Claim your business before your competitor does. Go to google.com/business and sign up your company. This is the best way for new customers to find you when they are searching for your products, and it's free. If you need help with the sign up, let Brand Builders do it for you. and we can even help you move to the top of the list. Call us at 830-431-0665. BrandBuildersDigitalMedia.com.
So let's get right into it. Jay Pennington, direct from, you live here in Texas, but you do some acting yourself.
Right. Well, I am a Boerne, outside Boerne resident for many, many years from San Antonio. But yes, I've been acting for quite a few years in Texas projects. But I'm fortunately getting better and better agents, and I will be in a Magnum PI episode on April 2nd.
April 2nd. Okay.
And it's the second story, and I'll be the person of interest.
Person of interest. A good guy or bad guy? You had the white hat or the
bad guy, of course.
No, okay, there you go.
Bad guy roles are a lot more fun.
You play a good bad guy. You have a good
Thank you, ma'am.
cowboy face.
But you play a bad guy, but you're a good guy because you started out as a volunteer at Triple H Equitherapy here in Pipe Creek. Tell us a little bit about volunteering.
It's really a wonderful experience. I mean, it just first come out there to see the wonderful place, 200-something acres, and watch the therapist, and then all of a sudden you can volunteer. You can be someone that's like in charge of the horse. When we go through these trails, there's 200-something acres. They walk through the trails and they do exercises throughout the trails. You can be the person that walks with the horse while the therapist is working with the client, and your job is just to make sure the horse is calm. They always are, but you're there just as an emergency relief. You can also be a side walker, which is a person that makes sure that the client is centered on the horse while the client and the therapist are doing their work. And then if you want to muck stalls, you can come out and do that too.
Yeah. It's a beautiful place. I mean, just to get out there, I was out there for interview or for a tour yesterday at Nadine, and it's just a beautiful place. It's place, and it's quiet. It's just serene. And then also, if you want to be able to what do you call, groom the horses, or
Yes.
so you can volunteer for that. There's anything that you have a passion for, just come out to Triple H Equitherapy out in Pipe Creek, and then I guarantee you'll want to volunteer for this organization.
Right. Yep. Another one is getting the horse ready for the rider.
Right.
Getting the tack ready, get them saddled, and then brushing them afterwards and putting everything back up. But it is, if you're coming from Boerne, it's like you're going towards Bandera. You go down 46, and when you get to that intersection of 46 and 16, you go straight across, and you've got about 2 more miles, and you're there.
Yeah, and we need to know about that because, Ginger, we're having an event on March 20th.
March 20th, Horses and Horsepower Open Car Show. And it's sponsored by the Alamo Area Corvette Club and Freedom Chevrolet. In addition to a fantastic car show, we are having a family fun day that's going to feature, oh, what a pretty doggy, feature...
We're going to talk about service dogs later on in the show. Susie Sims, one of our realtors. You should have brought a horse.
We should have, yeah.
So
the
dog is still in the day here, but we're going to talk about service dogs after we're talking about horses helping people.
So we measure how well things are going by observation, but as well by talking to the parents. And we interviewed one of the parents, and this is what she had said. My son has a sensory processing disorder, so he tends to eat the skin off his fingers. When he is stressed, he will slam his head into tables. I've had to physically restrain him many times. But since coming out to Triple H since January of 2020, he doesn't do that. Triple H makes him want to cry because makes me want to cry because it's done so much for my son. Now he's not angry. He's not throwing fits. He's not hurting himself. He's like a normal kid. And she's crying at this point when she gets to that point. And then we work with a teenager who has cerebral palsy, and they were saying that she had muscle growth the first few years of her life, and then she didn't have any muscle growth for 10 years. And then with the Triple H, she's able to not walk by herself, but she actually has muscle control now. And with the help of her parents, she's walking around. And then as well, these kids that are tied down to a wheelchair, when they're on a horse, they have special reins that they grab onto, and they can take the horse wherever. They do drills around barrels and stuff. Mm-hmm. And so they have freedom on the horses, and they get a lot of self-confidence with that. And another example is the veterans that come out here. The veteran program correct me, the veteran program is free to the veterans. That's one thing we get donations for and grants for. One of the staff was telling me, she said, a veteran who at the start of the program couldn't deal with emotions such as anger and depression. He wasn't connecting with his family and or his children. And after he went through the program, he told Triple H that it saved his family and most likely saved his life.
Right.
So we get all kinds of miracles out there. A neat thing about the veterans is that when they bring the veterans out, they let them out in the field with all the horses, and actually they watch the horses, and the horse picks the veteran, not the veteran picks the horse, but the horse, they watch the personality of horses, and they say, hey, this horse is most interested in this veteran.
Right.
And actually the veterans like that they were chosen by the horse.
Mm-hmm. So the horse will actually kind of shadow a person, right, and then select their rider.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So you have about 20 horses out there you use for therapy?
And the thing that I think is so interesting is that equine therapy is very holistic. Everyone who comes out there becomes stronger in their minds, bodies, and spirits. And interestingly, when you're a volunteer or you're a staff person, you also pick up on this experience, and it really does enhance your spirit. It enhances your emotional well-being, and it's physical exercise.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of the kids, like the young lady with cerebral palsy, her muscles were strengthened. She strengthened core body
Right.
function, and it's just really interesting. And I think the fact that it is holistic and everything's working together makes it even more effective.
Yeah, you can see all this too. You can go online right now to go to triple-h.org, triple-h.org, and find out all about this. Is any other stories that you'd like to share with us, Jay?
There's a real ripple effect. As I mentioned with the young boy, he was eating his skin, he was banging his head at home. She'd have to hold him to calm him down. When these parents experience this at home, and then when the child reduces or eliminates these issues back at home, it makes a whole different world at home. And the same thing with the veterans. When they get, especially with PTSD symptoms, it's hard on the family and the extended family, and they're out there and they're calming down and they're reducing their symptoms, and it just ripples out into their family and extended family. So we would encourage you to come out on Saturday. If you can't come Saturday, come anytime and learn about Triple H. Come see the horses, and you'll probably volunteer at some point, and then you'll fall in love with the place, and we definitely need your ongoing support.
Right. So for our listeners out there who want to volunteer, because it's not very far from Boerne.
Not at all.
And if they want to volunteer, how do they just show up? They call beforehand?
Always call beforehand.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
a lot of times we're not in the office. We're out working with the horses or in the barn. But you want to call our phone number and ask for Keisha. And she will give you an individual tour or tell you when our next group volunteer training is and get you set up to do the kind of volunteer work that's going to be meaningful to you and very helpful to us. We have each year about 100 volunteers who donate about 6,000 hours of volunteer service. There's no way we could pay for that amount of help. So volunteers are really the lifeblood of our organization.
And you need more volunteers.
Yes, we always need more volunteers.
I mean, it's a working ranch.
Yes.
It's a working ranch, 20 horses, a lot of shoveling probably out there.
Right. And you can volunteer, one day a year or come every Saturday, whatever works for you.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to say? How we doing? We got time to let us know about. What about other? I know you have several different fundraisers throughout the year, and I definitely want to get those on my radar. Tell us about them.
Thank you.
Well, first, I think one group of clients that we haven't really talked about is youth who are at risk.
Okay.
These are troubled young people who have been become wards of the state, so to speak. They're in residential treatment facilities or with the have probation officers. And when they come out, these kids have been traumatized. Many of them have all kinds of behavioral problems, and they really, really respond to the horses. And one little girl, when she wrote her little summary of what she had experienced during the 8-week session, said, I didn't know this before, but I really am somebody. Before I felt like nothing, but I am somebody.
And these are city kids probably that have never seen a horse, or never been
Exactly.
next to a horse other than on TV.
Yep.
So
And when they get up to the Clydesdale, it's really quite a sight.
okay. Well, let's thank you so much for sharing those stories and for sharing the mission of Triple H Equitherapy, right in Pipe Creek, just a short drive down 46 and you cross 16 and you just go down the road and you can go to this amazing Horses and Horsepower open car show Saturday, March 20th from
Yes.
9 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Very good.
James, thank you so much.
Well, thank you, and thank you for letting me do the tour yesterday. It's such a beautiful place. Everybody wants to go out there on March 20th.
It'll be fun.
So thank you so much for being the guest, Ginger Eways, Executive Director, and Jay Pennington. Thank you
Yes,
for
sir.
being here. Hope
Thanks,
to have
James.
you all again. And this is the Boerne Radio Home and Ranch Show.